That's going to be our save for a while. Kind of funny too, because that Nadag was probably the hardest one I fought to date. And it was the first one. Although...
Here comes our pay, boys! Watch out! Grenade!
Also, in regards to Ulan, he's a conniver. So he says that he wants to do peace and prosperity with the people. But he probably has an ulterior motive. So, Deirdre was gonna get the crown anyway, so either she died getting it, or would get it. Well, since this guy's already dead, I guess she would have gotten it. Oh yeah, I remember going in this dungeon, and the enemies are all skulls, and so I left. Man, oh man. You think I could have gotten the crown early on? And I remember seeing that enemy up there, and I was like, what the heck is that? Been a small opportunity for me to sneak past them.
Your armor is broken, Salvat!
Oh, that is no bad.
Your armor will not protect you any longer! Be careful! I'm wounded! I need healing!
Okay. That Ulan guy, you don't think it'd go very well for his people either way? What kind of ulterior motives does he have, do you think? I'm not sure. He was the one that was basically willing to bend over backwards to have an alliance with the Renaigse. Whereas Dunkus just seems like he wants there to be peace among the people, but he needs to make sure that they respect the land that they're living on.
What are you doing there? Here lie those who fell facing the first invaders, and you dare enter and scatter their bones.
I did not come here with the intention of defiling this place.
No. You came looking for a crown of the High King, hoping to choose the one who will lead us.
Isn't that what you were looking for as well?
Yes, but I am not a Renaigse. I wish to lead my people to victory, and I have come here seeking something that will make it a certainty. And so, do you plan on keeping it for one of those who is too wise or cowardly to come and get it themselves? Or will you give me the crown?
Deirdre is a great warrior. If she reigns, she will unite all of the clans. And with the blessing of Enon Milfrichtem, the people of your island will be chased away from here. Think long on this. If you leave her the crown, she will become the High Queen. You will not be able to change your mind.
Doesn't look like the initial plan that I wanted to do is going to come to pass here. But the fact that she's here means that she would have gotten the crown anyways. So at this point, I just need to decide who I'm backing. So Deirdre, she's going to fight the Renaigse. She's going to drive them out. And that's the one that I'm most interested in. I think it's the one that's going to have the most conflict. And I think it's the one that's going to bring up a lot of interesting questions. How am I going to reconcile that with Constantine? That's a very interesting plot thread that I want to go down. Dunkus seems like the overall best option. I feel like he is going to force a peace between the two groups, and he is going to maintain that peace and make sure that, you know, everybody is respecting both sides as well as the island. And then there's Ulan, who I kind of want to say in all respects is probably just going to be a figurehead for the settlers. You know, like he's just gonna lay down and do everything that they want. Just basically a puppet ruler at that point. But at the same time, he is kind of conniving and smart, so he might have an ulterior motive at that point. But again, I'm most interested in the conflict here, and I've been siding with the natives basically the entire time. So I'm super interested in this.
Very well. It is yours, but I hope you will remember what I have done. I helped you so that you will help me in return.
I thank you. You are from this day a friend of Vedluk and of our warriors, and I always honor words given to Karams. We will meet again at Dorchad Ganador for the great choosing. Kwawalam Seg, Karans.
Did we make the wrong choice? Or did we make the most exciting choice? Are those mutually exclusive? At long last, I have managed to enter the tumulus, but unfortunately the Guardian inflicted a grievous wound upon me. It matters not, I will worry about it later. This tomb is so fascinating. And I thought the Guardians I had observed were tall. It appears that I was wrong. The skeleton that is in here is even more gigantic. Oh, what a creature it must have been when it was still alive. According to the natives, this Guardian was the first to have appeared, and it was in fact an ancient king of the island who transformed into this creature to repel an enemy coming from the sea. It is obviously a legend, but my observations lead me to believe that it could be true to some degree. These beasts were men and women before they transformed into guardians by means of a process I fail to understand. My wound got infected and I have no way of treating it. What a shame. I would have loved to complete this journal. Hope that if someone will find my notes and continue my work. Oh, he's dead.
Watch out! Grenade!
Founde dara grimmeterendan.
I'm gonna die. What a shame. Shrug. He kind of did have that outlook on it, but he was one of those scholars that are just like wanna, you know, explore the world, have a good time, and if I die, at least I got to explore the world and have a good time. I really wish they gave me an option to not influence the election. That would have been so much more interesting to me. Because you already know that I would have had to fight Home Chick Slice there. I guess we'll go to that one. Although I'm not sure if we would have been forced to kill her or not. But I imagine we would have. Okay. And I don't want to save there. That's what I have that for. Reason I can't activate anything. If I go into combat,
Watch out! Grenade!
we'll get better.
Close to it.
Basically, you made the choice that would have occurred naturally anyway if you didn't go for the crown. Potentially. Potentially. Honestly, I think she would have just died from the Nadaig that was there. That guy was crazy. Okay, I cannot interact with anything. I don't know why. It was right after I saved, too. Try loading. There we go. Just a little bug.
I've been waiting for you. I've got the crown. The council will soon unite. I must go and win. Thank you for giving it to me in the end. You are a Carant now. Have no fear. I keep my promises.
Maybe the big brain move is that I give it to her so that she loses. I got Influence Game achievement. I'm curious about that one. You have influenced the election to make your favorite become High King. Very exciting. Remind the High King of the promise. Now, I mean, who knows?
Congratulations, Deirdre. Teofredi now has a High Queen who will be strong enough to defend it. I hope you haven't forgotten the promise you made me.
Don't be afraid, Carants. I know the value of a promise, and I have not forgotten your help. But according to tradition, I must go and see Enon Milfrichteman on my own first. Meet me at the entrance to the sanctuary in 2 days, and I will get you inside. I will have had enough time to imbue myself with the strength of Teofredi.
Thank you, Deirdre. I'll be there.
Every one of us will be praying during these 2 days for Enon Milfrichteman to bless our chosen one. But we don't have to stay here and do nothing. We can go somewhere else if you want.
We'll wait the 2 days. Oh, I needed to mark a long time ago.
There you are, Carants.
How was the encounter?
Good. Enon Milfrichteman has filled my heart with strength. As I expected, he warned me about the threat the Renaigse are posing for our island. But go. He is expecting you. Stay on the right-hand path and do not turn back. They say those who turn back awaken the guardians of the sanctuary.
And I'm gonna mark, and we'll find it somewhere else. Let me grab this. Right, here we go. Enolmil Frictamen. Right-hand path. Only one path. Now there are two paths. Where that goes. Maybe they both lead to the same area. Just one of them's longer and probably has monsters and stuff. Save and fight all the guardians. That would take a while. We'll save here, though. The moment we've all been waiting for.
And so the child that was taken has returned, the flesh of my earth. You, by simply coming into being, have tangled the strings of destiny of all the other children. I am he they call Enolmil Frictamen. I have followed each of your steps since your arrival.
I hail you, Enolmil Frictamen. I have come to you to find a remedy.
A cure for the disease of a distant land. Her affliction was to be poisoned by her own children. Her veins rot in stagnant water. Her earth now bears poisoned fruit, and her children wither and die. And still it is those same children who can heal the lands, and with them heal themselves, if they only want it truly. They could be taught by my children, learn to give back in return, learn to heal. But for that, I must survive. I have seen by your side the shadow grow, taking form. Fed by the venom of intrigues from faraway lands, he spreads it today in my sap. To save his own life, he stole my strength, and that strength has driven him mad, because it is not made to be taken. He draws each day a little more from me, and threatens us all. His hunger has no limit.
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
The
Constantine.
one you call Constantine. You must stop him. Or there will be no cure anymore for anything or anyone.
That's impossible. How could that be?
You must leave now. Someone has followed your footsteps. Someone has entered here without invitation. My children are waking and tracking. They will attack all followers. Flee, or you will be their victims.
Well then. So, that little theory that I had is, kind of seeming like it's kind of true.
I saw a Renaigse fleeing the sanctuary. The Monesenaig must have slipped past you. Enon Milfrichteman cannot have been pleased about it. Did he still give you the answers you were looking for?
Yes. He told me that the Malachor had appeared because of the way the colonials have treated the Earth. It's actually some kind of poisoning. And it would be possible to cure it, but I'm not sure that I understood how.
So, the Renaigse would be the cause of their own deaths. If they weren't on the verge of doing the same thing to our island, I would be applauding. In terms of the antidote, Enon Mil Frichtimen is often difficult to understand. Ask Adonegad.
Thank you, Deirdre. I must dwell on it.
You look like you bit into a bitter fruit. Did you learn anything else?
Yes, but I would like to verify something before I tell you about it.
Fine. You know where to find me once you are done. Quawalam seg Karants.
Goodbye.
An old mule Fricktemin achievement. Like I can't go back. Life is hard. Whatever that guardian was, I won't fight that. Man, I'm trying to get me killed. Who do we think the Renaigse was? That's the mystery here. What you doing on this? Doing good. All right. Make your predictions. Are the branches on Constantine's head larger? Maybe he's got some moss growing out of his face or something. Maybe he looks more beast than man.
My dearest cousin, I'm so glad to see you. You are right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome. Let me introduce you to the emissaries of Ptolemy and the Coin Guard. Quite brazen, isn't it? That they would send us an emissary after having tried to assassinate me.
The commander must have a solid reason.
That's what I hope. Your Excellencies, we're listening.
San Mateus has been sustaining attacks of unprecedented violence. They can only be the works of the demons worshipped by the islanders.
Really? Demons? How interesting.
The Mother Cardinal is begging you to send her some troops, as well as your cousin.
We have the same problem. Our men are becoming exhausted, fighting off endless attacks. We were hoping that, despite our past differences, you would agree to help us.
How neatly summarized. Our past differences. My dear allies and neighbors, we are deeply saddened by your misfortune. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. Regarding sending my cousin, he's already very busy undertaking a mission of the utmost importance, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for his life, which is most precious to me. No. I really don't see how I could be of assistance to you.
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our allies. I'm sure I can find time to go and evaluate the situation.
I would love to accompany you, but my people are being wrongfully accused. I am certain of it, and I want to prove it.
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We're so close to it now.
Don't worry about it. You know how important this mission is to me.
Well, this audience is coming to an end. Your Excellencies, inform your governors of my cousin's arrival. I hope that you realize how grateful you should be to him.
Absolutely, sire. Thank you for receiving and hearing us.
Wait, that was... Oh. A new quest. Okay.
Constantine.
My dear cousin, I'm always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island, and I was able to talk with Enon Miel Frichtemann.
How marvelous! Tell me about it.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a High King can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earn the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Deirdre, the queen of the village of Vedlug. She's quite the radical warrior, but she's a strong leader.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree, as strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old, bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the Earth so much, we have poisoned it, and the disease has contaminated us through the water that we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the Earth can be healed, that his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the Earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
Yes. Something rather disturbing. He talked about you. He said his existence was in danger because of you.
Really? But that doesn't make any sense. I never hurt anybody on this island. Unlike our neighbors, I have never abducted or tried to convert islanders.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Cousin, please, you know me. I have made some mistakes, but I never threatened anybody. The only person who I put in danger is you. And you know how sorry I am about that.
Yes, I do know.
Forget about it, will you? This god manifestly wants us to pay for the sins of our fathers and to have his revenge for the invasion. By sowing the seeds of discord between us, he's probably hoping to weaken us. Do you realize that you have succeeded where everyone else has failed? The whole continent should be thanking you. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
Okay. Didn't even give me a chance to have a conversation.
I must take my leave.
Take care, and come back soon.
But I was honest. I told him the truth. And I'm gonna go to Hikmet, and I am going to slaughter every coin god for thinking that they can act like they can ask for help. You know, suck food charity. We don't help our enemies. I haven't been to Hikmet since the whole coup thing happened. Actually, I haven't been to Hikmet since, like, the first time I went there. It's been a long time.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
Still selling God.
Goodbye. May the enlightened
Goodbye.
always keep you in his divine.
Still don't know how they captured that. And yeah, I thought it was also kind of interesting that they didn't have any comments about his appearance. Quite strange. Alright, what's going on here?
Sir de Sade, seeing you is a genuine relief.
Your emissary informed us that you were in need of our help.
Indeed. She must have told you that we were being attacked. We are sustaining the relentless assaults of furious animals, which some people believe to be sent by the demons of the island.
Some people. So you're not certain that's the case?
We were mistaken when we thought them responsible for the Malachor. I became more cautious, but no matter where these attacks come from, our men are becoming exhausted. One of our outposts to the east has sent us a distress message. They won't hold much longer. I beg you, you must go to their aid. Maybe they can help you find out where these beasts come from.
I will go there and meet them. I hope to make it in time.
I am infinitely grateful, Your Excellency. You have proved your efficiency many times already. I am certain you will put an end to this.
I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
I could have just put that in a letter with the emissary. Making me walk all the way over here. Don't know how to write. I know how to read. The out. Okay, that's just the outpost right outside town. I have arrived.
You shouldn't stay here. We're sustaining terrible attacks. The animals appear to be crazy. They already killed several of my soldiers.
We're actually here to help you.
Are you the backup? We were starting to lose hope. I must admit that I was praying for more soldiers, but any help is welcome. We're under attack every night, and we've already lost a lot of men. At this rate, we won't survive another night.
Don't worry. We will do everything in our power to make sure that you do.
You still have some time to prepare, before these beasts attack again.
All right, let's wait.
Ready, weapons? There they are!
Watch out! Grenade!
Your armor is broken, Soldat! I'm wounded, I need help.
Let's see what you take. Come on,
Heal
if
yourself
you dare.
quickly.
Come on.
I'm wounded.
Let's see what
I
you're
need
capable
healing.
of.
Oh, that's a wave too.
Wounded.
That was the wrong button.
Your armor is broken, Soldat!
Oh, it's one of these guys. Jesus, there's not much damage.
Let's see what you're capable of.
I will not protect you any longer.
Let's see
Be
what you're
careful.
capable of.
So much damage.
Let's see what you're capable of.
Get out the way so I can attack. Oh, one guard died. Two guards died.
Watch out! Grenade!
Your armor is broken, Soldat!
Watch out! Grenade!
Oh
Heal yourself quickly!
no. I can't quickly. I'm dead quickly. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to work hard on this.
Your armor is broken, Soldat! Heal yourself quickly! I'm wounded, I need help.
Ooh.
We have succeeded! Bravo, soldiers! We have resisted. Thank you, Excellency. I do not know what would have happened had you not helped us. My troops and I owe you a hearty drink.
Can't lose a single soldier. That guy doesn't count. All right, these guys were insane. Gonna have to stock up on some materials. We're gonna be fighting crazy shadow-infused demon monsters. Let's just exit.
Thanks for your help. You are an extraordinary fighter. If it weren't for you, the outpost would have undoubtedly fallen tonight.
If these attacks are always this violent, even with our support, it won't hold much longer. We must uncover the origin of these attacks.
I've thought about it, and I sent a few men 2 days ago, in the hope that they would find out where the attacks came from. And first and foremost, why they are attacking. But I haven't heard from them since. I'm afraid I might have sent them to their death.
Could you at least tell me which way they went? I might be able to track them.
They followed a trail going north of a place the natives call the Woods of Lightning.
Thank you, officer. I will do everything in my power to find them. Until then, try to hold on.
You be careful. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hoping I would get an achievement for not letting any soldiers die.
Vedlug is very close. We are in Daedra's territory. You know what she thinks of Dir and Aigse. I hope she isn't behind those attacks.
That would be an interesting turn of events. Alrighty. Gonna have to do a little bit more crafting here. We're gonna be fighting crazy monsters like this. Wow, I only have 6 left. I just like enter, nope, can't enter in numbers. I hold it down. 50 of those. Five of those. Couple more of those. I need to get some major health potions. I don't want to do Home Chick Slice's quest, though, because of, whatchamacallit, but at the same time, I do need some science. Be able to craft them. Craft a few more for now. I guess I'll live with this decision.